Have you lost friendships or other important relationships with family members and you have no idea why? Well, it could be your communication style. I have examined my own communication style and really delved into it and thought about it. And there are 4 things that I have done, communication-wise that is, that have driven people away in my life. And I want to share that with you. So maybe it might be helpful if you pick up on some of these things that I'm going to talk about. These 4 communication failures that ruin relationships. Maybe you might relate to a couple of them and see them in yourself, that you do that yourselves. And maybe learn something from this video. Hi, my name is Sandra Wyllie. This is my mental health channel where I talk about my own personal struggles, having borderline personality disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression, narcissism, and schizophrenia. I talk about my unethical psychologists and the sexual relationships and bring them to the licensing board. But I primarily come on as a patient advocate to offer people just some tidbits of wisdom of my 60 years. I've been a patient almost 20 of those years. But I'm not a licensed therapist and I don't hold a degree in psychology. So I cannot diagnose you or give you a professional opinion. And all I ask of you is your kindness and respect in the comments. By the way, happy 4th of July! Yeah, my family and I are going to go out for a little picnic in the park with some music and some good food and maybe some fireworks. We'll see. So let's dive right into the topic. Here are 4 ways that we can sabotage our relationships just by the way we communicate. And we're probably not even aware we're doing it. Number 1, giving unwanted advice. A lot of people, friends, family, even just colleagues or acquaintances, your children, your parents, your besties, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, when they talk about what's on their minds or what's troubling them, they're really not looking for you to fix it. Remember, you can't change or fix anyone. They have to do that themselves. And you're not their therapist, okay? You're not a therapist, are you? Well, if you are, you're not their therapist if they're your friend. And they can't treat you as one. They're just looking to be heard, for you to just sit with them and like hold their hand and be empathic and they're looking for a connection, someone to listen and be beside them during their problem, not trying to fix it. If they don't ask for your advice, then don't give it. Never ever give advice unless it's asked for. They probably will deeply resent you for giving advice, you know. And most people don't take someone's advice. Advice is what you pay for it. Nothing really. But that's a big way to drive people away. When my son talks to me about his problems, I never give him advice. I never tell him what to do. And that's why we have a great relationship. So hold back, you know, unless someone asks you, what do you think I should do? Then they're asking for it. If they get upset, you can say, well, you know, you asked me for it, you know, then, but don't, unless they ask for it, do not give them advice. They really don't want you to fix them. They just want you to listen. They want to be understood and they want you to care and just be there with them. Number 2, interrupting them and telling them something about yourself. I do this all the time. Of course, I give unwanted advice too, but I've stopped doing that. But number 2, this one about interrupting and telling them something about yourself, I still do this to this day because I think I'm helping them, but I'm not helping them. For instance, I knew a friend from high school, and her son was going in for surgery, and it was a kind of like a bad situation. I don't want to go into the details. And right away, I told her, oh, that's terrible. I know exactly how you feel, which I don't. But I thought I did because my son was in the hospital for 2 years. He was stricken with pneumococcal meningitis and encephalitis, and he lost a good amount of his brain, and now he's an invalid. And I went on telling her about my son. She didn't want to hear that, you know. She was dealing with her own son. So I thought I was helping her by telling her, oh, I know how you feel, which I don't, even though I had a son who was in the hospital for 2 years, who went through a terrible, terrible ordeal. It doesn't matter. She didn't want to hear that, you know. All she wanted was for me to listen to what she's going through with her son. Not to try to top it off or compete with her by saying, well, my son was in the hospital for 2 years, you know. I got it much worse. Don't do that. I do that. I know I do that. We're not bad people. I'm not a bad person. I'm just trying to, you know, help the other person, and I'm not. I'm pushing them further and further away from me. And I realize, oh, God, that was terrible that I did that. I should have never said it. I should never have brought up about Alex. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just listened and said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, you must be going through a lot. How are you dealing with it, or whatever? But I shouldn't have mentioned about my own son and my own problems with my son. Because that's taking away from what's happening to her and putting the focus on what's happened to me and my son. You see how that's taking the focus away from her and putting it on myself? Even though I don't mean it to be that way. I just mean like, oh, I get it. We're in the same boat. I feel you. I went through that, so I know. That never works. It doesn't work, believe me. Good intentions, you know. The road to heaven is paved with good intentions. Just don't do that. It doesn't work, and it will push the person further away. All right. Number 3, looking like you're not listening. Now, many people are glued to their phones, or even if you don't have your phone out and someone is talking to you, you can look like your mind is somewhere else. Like if I'm talking to you right now, I'm giving you good eye contact. I'm nodding. I'm attentive. But if I'm like, my eyes are shifting, you know, my eyes aren't focused on you, or if I'm like, you know, playing with my hair, you know. Yeah, I've seen some people do YouTube videos, and I think they're horrible, all right? They're putting on their makeup and doing hair while they're talking. It's like, what? Are you for real, lady? I have watched people doing videos, like I'm doing a video right now, right? About better communication skills, how you're losing people, and you don't even know why because of your poor communication skills. Now imagine, while I'm talking to you, doing this video, I'm putting on lipstick, I'm brushing my hair. Oh yeah, so giving unwanted advice is a way that you can drive people. What did you ask me, like, Sandy, what the hell are you doing? Why are you putting your makeup on while you're doing this video? Yeah, so you're not giving your full attention to people while you're doing other things, including when you're doing a YouTube video. So don't be putting your makeup on or doing your hair and shit like that. But when you're looking like you're not paying attention, then that's really going to hurt the person. And it might not be so drastic as, you know, fixing your hair or your eye makeup or putting lipstick on or looking at your phone. It might just be that, you know, you're kind of like that. You need to have good eye contact when someone is talking. Nod, so it looks like you're listening, and respond appropriately. So if I say, oh, I just got a raise, right? My boss just gave me a raise. Now I'm fixing my necklace because it's so twisted, so that's not a good sign. So if I said that, the appropriate thing to be would smile, look in my eyes and go, wow, that's awesome! Congratulations! That way the person knows I'm responding appropriately, I'm smiling, eye contact, Congratulations. That's awesome. That's great. You earned it. You go, girl. You earned it. You worked your ass off. That's someone who's listening. If you go, oh yeah, I got a raise last month myself. Or like, what are you going to do with all that money now? You know, no, that's not appropriate, you know. Or, oh, nice. That's really lackluster, and someone thinks that maybe you're jealous if you don't respond enthusiastically. So looking like you're not listening, you're not responding appropriately, all those things are very important. And last but not least is talking too much or talking over them. I do this all the time with my husband, and he hates it. This is why I do that. I have ADHD, by the way. I did a video on that. It's somewhere in all these years of doing videos. But I get very anxious. And when a thought comes to my head, I try to get it out as soon as a thought comes in my head. Because if I don't get it out that second, I lose it. Like if I listen to someone until they're through talking, and then I'm going to be like, oh, I was going to say something, but I forget what I was going to say. So what I usually do is interrupt the person, because they'll be talking, and then I'll jump in and say what I'm going to say. Oh, I have to say this, but you don't. It's very rude. It's very, very rude. You should wait until the person is finished talking before you begin to talk. It shows that you're not listening, and that you only are thinking about your response to them, not what you're actually, not what they're actually saying. You're only thinking about how you are going to respond to them when you do that. And usually we do this unconsciously, right? When someone is talking to us, we think about how we're going to reply. We're already, writing down the answer in our head. How am I going to reply to this person? And, instead of just giving our full attention, our full, full focus on them, not thinking what you're going to say next, that's how you really give full, undivided attention. By zip it. Don't think, what am I going to say? How am I going to respond to what they're saying? Just listen. Just listen. Let them finish. Let them complete their thought. And then you can say something. And this is very, very difficult for me. So I do all of these 4 things, all right? I'm not trying to be a hypocrite on here and say, well, don't do this, but I do it. I'm just saying that these are the ways that we sabotage relationships. And I am a work in progress. I have to work on myself, because I do these things all the time. And I'm just trying to share that with you. And I hope this was insightful. And if you have anything more to add, please feel free to do it. Or if you find yourself doing these things, let me know. Let me know. Now that I brought them up, you might go, oh, yeah, I caught myself doing that once in a while too. All right. My new poetry book, Soldier Girl, is out for sale. Yay, on Amazon. Get yourself a copy. I don't have a copy here yet. I have ordered it. I think it's supposed to be coming on Monday. So when it comes, I will physically show you the book. But if you click the link below, you'll see the cover of the book. You'll be able to read a couple of inserts, a sample of the book, to see if you'd like it. The link to that book and all my other books is down below in the description. If you'd like to help support my channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. That link is below too in the description. If you'd like to email me, feel free. My email address is down below too. It's Leanne, LEEANN827@hotmail.com, and I'd love to hear from you. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. That way you'll be notified each and every time a new video of mine comes out. Give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends, your family, on your social media platforms. You don't have to ask me permission. I say go ahead, go, share it, Have a wonderful and great 4th of July. Safe, be safe. And until next time, I'll talk to you then. So long. Take care.